So I'm doing a follow-up to a video that I released a couple days ago, and this is on the first look at Dr. Leonard McCoy from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and specifically about his facial sculpt, which in my discussion I thought was absolutely terrible. And I don't think that there was a single commenter that disagreed with me. I watched another video on another channel. I won't bring it up because I'm not trying to disparage anyone, but this channel, this person really was bending over backwards to try and like this facial sculpt. And even that person was just like, oh, you could tell he did not want to disparage it. But his assessment was that at certain angles with certain lighting, it looked good. I actually don't agree with that. I don't think I've seen any pictures that look good. But as one commenter said, they don't want a figure where it needs to have the perfect lighting and the perfect angle to not look terrible. So in this picture, he kind of looks like Shooter McGavin. If Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore was a Muppet, it just looks bad. And so we could look at other ones. Terrible, terrible. So anyway, we have a big update. So first of all, before I get to that, I'm going to read real quick the message from Nanjin Tam, who I believe is probably the head designer at EXO-6. And he says, this picture, this one here, is not the same McCoy as in our product pictures. We have revised all parts, including McCoy's likeness, since I took this picture back in 2024. That looks like McCoy. In fact, if I didn't know better, I'd think that that was a still shot from the movie itself. And it looks way better. So saying that that is not the same is not exactly a good thing. So he says, I also purchased some gifts to be randomly put into it, both editions of the Wrath of Khan McCoy packaging. However, I have forgotten what I purchased. This gift is out of my own pocket. I didn't include it in our MSRP calculation. That does not fix this. And the fact that there might be some kind of gift, some unknown gift in there, I don't really care. By the way, as usual, we will continue to work on McCoy as we see fit before final production. To me, that implies that what he's saying is that it's not, we're not going to respond to complaints from customers. It will just be as we see fit. Moreover, McCoy away jacket production started earlier this year. Therefore, a fast turnaround for McCoy should happen. We might be able to deliver McCoy within 4 months from today. See what can unconventional Star Trek thinking do to unconventional Star Trek collectibles. EXO-6 is the example. And then he does a little flex here saying, by the way, we sold more than 300 McCoy in 1 hour. So I guess that is just a message to the complainers that, well, we're selling. I guess 300 is good. I have no idea if 300 is good, but for a high-end figure like this, I guess so. So we have a new message that says, EXO-6, this is an email that just came out today. EXO-6 strives to always keep developing even as figures move into production. As always, we will make changes and improve until the very last minute. Here is a look at the render. On the revised McCoy head sculpt, the paint will also be updated and adjusted as needed. So here is the updated image. Now that is clearly a 3D rendering and not a sculpt. So it looks a lot better. It looks like DeForest Kelley. Don't know why they didn't go with that in the first place, but does that mean that this is what the final head is going to look like? I don't know. That was a pretty fast turnaround to produce this, but I assume they just took some kind of still shot from the film and then turned it into a 3D image, which, yeah, it looks a whole lot better. But I think it's a great step forward. I think it's very nice that they are responding to customer complaints because as far as I could tell, it was almost unanimous in people not liking it. In fact, I was reading comments of people who were ready to just say to heck with EXO-6. But again, I don't know that a 3D rendering is going to fix everything. And I'm still going to be really on the fence as to whether or not to get the figure. And if I get the figure, I believe I would go with the one with the away jacket. I would really like to see a actual sculpted out head and not a 3D rendering. And I feel like I'm gonna wait for that. And if it sells out and I don't get it, then life goes on. I already missed out on the motion picture Kirk because they had it on sale for about 30 seconds and then it was gone. So it certainly is an improvement over that. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I think it's a great step forward. But I may still look at none of these pictures are good as far as I'm concerned. The outfit looks great. I love it, but the sculpt just terrible. So I think I'm still going to wait. But it at least is a positive. I don't know that they've ever done this before. I've never heard of EXO-6 reversing course and saying, wait, we're gonna do a new head sculpt, and they're not even acknowledging that it's a reaction to complaints. But what are you gonna do? So anyway, that is the update, and hopefully at some point before it sells out. Sometimes they don't sell out at all until after it's on sale, and sometimes it sells out way before. So we'll see. And it might have been that despite Nanjin Tam saying that they sold 300 in 1 hour, I wouldn't be surprised if that they were reacting less to complaints and more to really weak sales. But we'll see going forward what happens.